Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive717. I am back with another reading, guys. I am here hanging with the saucy beaver and her baby, Maggie Lee, this little saucy beeves. All right, guys, so I feel that this reading is going to be for those of you who are moving forward on your journey, okay? Or you may be having that epiphany or that message is that you need to do something in order to move forward. You can't stay stuck where you are. You could be going through, somewhat of like a dark night of the soul or a tower moment. You may be questioning the journey, if this is all real. You could be in a dark place, right? Like you could feel very negative about the journey as well. So you could be in a very dark place. There's a lot of resentment coming up, a lot of just lower vibrational thoughts. Many of you may be exhausted from this. In the last video, I think I talked about protection and just cleaning your space, cleaning your home, and lighting things like sage and incense and Palo Santo, if many of you have it, just to cleanse your space. You can also like ground yourself or be outside a little bit more during this period of time. But if that's the energy for many of you, I want to pull messages on what the universe wants you to know about your highest good. Okay, what do you need to do or what do you need to know for the highest good on this journey? Okay, so it could be moving forward from this person. For many of you, it could be letting your guard down, opening up your heart again to this connection, but you just don't know how to trust it. I ask for guidance from the universe as to the truth on what it is we need to do. For many of us too, we have questions as to whether or not this is really our twin flame. And there's no reader or any tarot reading that can confirm that for you. I feel like whether or not this is your twin flame, it's more of a feeling that's felt. And you get the guidance that you need through prayer and meditation, and that way the dreams will come to you. And that's when you know you're legitimately on a twin flame journey, is you have no choice but to turn within and to God, because that's the only one who will understand what's happening here with you. So you would have to ask God to confirm it. So I just ask for messages from the universe for those of you who, again, are in that type of energy where it can feel very heavy, right? It's like, what the hell am I doing with my life? So yeah, let's go ahead and find out what you need to know or what you need to do for your highest good right now. What's coming up for you, especially regarding yourself and this person in your life. Okay, what do you guys need to do? What do you need to know for your highest good? Okay, so we have some great cards coming out here. Major Arcanas too. Oh, Major Arcanas. That was crazy. It's because there's so many changes happening in the collective right now, guys. Like, I feel like many feminines are experiencing like soul walk-ins, where in order to shift you to the next part of your journey, there could be like a temporary soul that steps in the form of like a spirit guide or a soul that's on the 5D that you truly trust to help you on the journey at this time. And many of you can feel it. It's like you wake up the next day and there's certain changes that you feel within yourself. You feel more energized, more focused, more to the point. It's like someone helping you rapidly ascend through a heavy period at this time on the journey, okay? Because we have the Emperor coming through. I feel that, many of you who are on the twin flame journey, a lot of the times, like, the Emperor, it's a place that you naturally will want to strive to be in. And it's because you're pushed in and you have such a strong connection to God and the universe. It's like when you're on the journey, there's so many crazy epiphanies that end up happening, right? It's like because you're ascending, you're peeling away layers of reality and you're seeing deeper and deeper into the consciousness. And so, be strong, for many of you. Remember your strength on the journey, and that's why it's really important to, sometimes, like, if you really feel a little bit caught up in the head, it's okay to take a break from like readings and get out there and enjoy the seasons changing, enjoy the warm weather, enjoy going to lakes and the beaches, and finding ways to really ground your energy, and that'll replenish your strength. Because you're never alone, right? Especially when you're under spiritual attack or You might feel a lot of heavy energy coming towards you, a lot of fatigue, your body aches. You might feel depression, anxiety, just like the world is kind of caving in on you. Just remember to use the elements around you, like candles in your home. Surround yourself with the element of fire, to burn away those thoughts. But be careful and do not leave your candle unattended, and make sure you blow it out before you leave your house. All right? Just a little disclaimer. But yeah, it's nice too, because my cats have a drinking fountain that I bought for them from Amazon, and I always hear the sound of water going off. And the reason I got them a fountain is because it helps them to drink more when they hear the sound of the water. But just like these little changes around you can really help you to armor up against the spiritual attacks, and also to just remember your strength, right? Like, I feel like, the woman here with the infinity sign over her head, it represents that she's the master of slaying the ego, right? Because I feel like the lion represents ego, and she's literally kind of like trying to pry its mouth open. So just remember, it's temporary. The heaviness on the journey, the dark night, a lot of the times it's temporary. And again, go back within. If it's too much for you to bear, then give it to your angels, give it to your guides, give it to God. Okay, because we have justice coming through. That could be why the energy feels very heavy right now, but you guys are protected with this justice card here. Okay, because I feel like behind closed doors, a lot of you are like, God, like, I've done everything right on this journey, and still I'm met with, such like heavy energy, such heavy vibrations. But you'll see why you had to go through what you had to go through. Okay, because I feel like as much as these things happen to you on this journey, you're never disappointed by what God has in store for you. And you will never be disappointed. And maybe the strength card is coming out, and a lot of these major arcanas here are coming out because you're at a point on the journey where you need someone who understands the journey. I'm on the journey, to assure you that this passes. This passes. It's a time of reflection, and if you can see the separation from this person, or the lessons that it's teaching you as just reflections, being able to connect back to your inner self. What part of me still needs healing? What part of me still needs to grow? What part of me still gets triggered? What part of me still longs and yearns for something that it's unfulfilling to me? How am I not able to recognize that this person is not fulfilling me? So it gets you to really dig deep and master these types of energy, right? The Emperor, being able to sit still in your own power, and to be able to lead others ideally. So many of you are really digging away at your at the core of like your soul, really trying to find yourselves. But there's good news on the way. There's celebration on the way. There's justice on the way, because I feel like the universe sees what goes on the journey. Because many of you, again, you may say to yourself, like, what the heck? Like, I pour out into this connection from a genuine place. But, we go through the cycles, right? So, just bear in mind that it is, genuinely part of the journey. And sometimes it's difficult to see the lesson that's at the end of it all. But just be patient. Don't fight it, is what I'm hearing. Okay, don't fight it. Surrender. Go out in nature. Watch a funny movie. I love Hallmark movies. I usually get into them around the fall time, because it's my cozy time and my thing to do. But yeah, watch comedies. Do things to make you laugh. Spend time with family that you enjoy spending time with and laughing with, because that's how you pass this energy. That's how you feed your soul the right nutrition that it needs in order to heal from a lot of the heavy energy that you go through that I talked about at the beginning of the reading. Okay, if you are, you can't, on a twin flame journey, it's you always hold space for that person, right? But it's more about just doing the right thing for yourself. Having grace, having respect for yourself, having self-worth, having integrity. But if many of you, you still energetically feel this person, what does the universe want you to know about that feeling? Okay, why do you feel your twin flame like this still? What is it teaching you both? Okay, I'll cut the deck right in half. Okay, so at this time, for many of you, it's about finances and career, learning your independence. That may have a lot to do with the Emperor energy as well. Okay, some of you, I'm hearing that like the separation is a tower moment for your financial life, as well as like career is like, you know, it's more than just like a job that you work, right? Like I feel like it's like your passion in this lifetime. Like what are you doing to be of service and to lead others and to lend your experiences to help others grow? Because anybody who is watching this video, like if this video has found you, I feel like, you know, when you feel like you're on a twin flame journey, there is part of your mission that is meant to serve. It's to serve others. It's to help others. You know, and oftentimes it's going to be in some creative way. You know, I can guarantee you guys that it's going to be breaking away from the norm of working for a business or a company, and it's going to be about service to others. How do I help heal others? How do I help share the experiences I've been through to help uplift other people? And I feel like that's, you know, that's a major message for some of you who, I'm hearing even like could have started businesses with your counterpart, or you two would have like some sort of joint mission. Okay, but because the financial issues are a factor right now, there's a big focus on being able to share parts of your creative self with the world, and the universe will take care of you. The universe will provide for you, because I see many of you may be worried about that as well. Okay, and it's like somehow the separation with this person has triggered all of these lessons, but you know, I love that the Strength card and the Emperor card are here along with the Justice and the Sun card. I mean, you couldn't get, you know, a better outcome with the Sun card. It really is the happiest card in the deck. And that's because of that Justice. So keep going, guys. Like I feel like for some of you, you have like certain ideas and they're creative, but there's a part of you that feels like you hold back, or it's like you don't want the world to see you express yourself, or you may feel triggered around even trying out the creative endeavor that you want because it feels so weird or uncomfortable. But do it, because you're getting strength in the Emperor, which is you're meant to share this in some way, shape, or form, because it'll enhance your financial status and your career. And I feel like a lot of you are afraid, but the universe is saying don't be afraid, because I'm going to guide you. Okay, what else does the listener need to know? Whoever's listening in, what do they specifically need to know? Whoever's listening to this reading, what else do they need to know about this connection to this person? What else do they need to be reminded of? I'm going to cut it in half again. Okay, so we have stay optimistic about your love life, positive thinking, and faith will bring you romance. Yeah, it's probably because the Sun card here, because I feel like ideally you both know what it is you want, but yeah, the twin flame journey can be really tough, because you do have to fight through a lot of the social programming. I think mainly too, it's like, oh, what would other people say? What would other people think? Because many of you are in dynamics where it kind of seems taboo to the outside world, right? Or, you know, you would shock the outside world by shifting things for yourself, like whether it be like getting divorced, or dating someone younger, or someone of a different race, or, you know, someone halfway across the world. You know, there's a lot to get through, so that's why, you know, it's a lifelong journey once you start grasping the concept of it. Okay, so I want to end off this reading. I'm going to wrap it up here, but I'm going to get a message from the heart space, okay? And this is going to be a confirmation, or maybe a validation for many of you, about what it is you feel in your heart for this person when no one is looking, okay? So that's only between you and the universe, and let's just see how the cards reflect it, okay? How do you two feel about this whole twin flame connection with one another, despite the obstacles, when no one's looking? What message do you both want to send to one another? Okay, so we have the Wrath card. Okay, so both of you acknowledge that the journey is tough, but I feel like she's carrying a lantern or a jug. Let's clarify this Wrath card. Okay, because I feel like, again, spiritual attack is a big thing right now. And I feel like it's because you two have the ability to connect heart to heart. But this Wrath card is giving me vibes of like making sure that you guys are just protecting your energy, okay? Maybe, again, taking a break from some of the readings and letting nature do its thing to help heal you guys. Because what I'm hearing is like, whoa, 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 don't forget to tell them this. Or don't forget to remind them of this. Okay, so make sure you guys are protecting yourself, because sometimes when justice is taking place too, yeah, it can put people into a bit of a frenzy. But you guys stay focused, okay? What else do these two need to communicate heart to heart? I'm also hearing too, the Divine Feminine could be feeling a sense of wrath, like anyone who stands in your way right now in terms of moving forward. They can't. All they can do is watch you from afar, like these women from the window watching you. It's like all people can do is watch and look, but no one dares step to you and say anything right now. And I feel like that includes your counterpart, which is maybe why you two are being called to connect heart to heart. Okay, so we also have the Trials card. Yeah, it's because you guys know that you're both going through it, but the feeling is still there. This is what you guys are feeling when no one is looking. And what this tells me is like you guys still have faith in the connection despite the spiritual attacks that you guys are happening right now. The Sun card tells me, you know, ideally this is what keeps you both going. Okay, and that's something that you both may never reveal to each other, or not. I won't say never. I'll say it's something that you both aren't revealing to each other at this time, is that despite what you guys go through in terms of the word trials here, I'll just show you guys the card. Oh, and it's a number 17. So despite, you know, the trials that you guys go through, I think something that's in your heart space that you're not revealing to each other is that your energy still keeps me going. You know, despite it all, like I still have love for you. And I also feel with her pulling the pendant from his neck, there was like some type of promise or some type of commitment made or some type of words exchanged that, you know, these two are holding on to. Okay, like they might have expressed something a lot deeper to each other. And now that justice is taking place, the storms are calming a little bit. I feel like what they're remembering is like this conversation that they had, this deep expression of love, the promise that you know, that they've both made somehow. It's like you two can feel on a soul level that, you know, a lot of the obstacles that you're going through is just, it's part of the journey. Like I'm seeing the Sun card for many of you, like finding peace after the storm, after your separation, you know, simply because of the level of excitement and happiness that it'll bring with the Sun card. Okay, but for now, you know, stay optimistic about this. And focus on the bigger picture right now, which, you know, for many of us, it's the finances and career, remembering our strength, getting out of this whole tired and fatigue energy, exercise more, drink more water. Don't just sit there and take the spiritual attack. If you guys really feel irritated, make sure you guys are sending it back. I know many of you have mixed opinions about sending it back, but I don't roll that way. Like if you send something towards me and it doesn't belong to me, you take it right back, please. And do send it where you need to, because it doesn't belong to me. So yeah, like make sure you guys are, you know, putting salt by your door too is a good idea. What I often do is I cut a lime in half and then I put salt in the bag and I leave it by the doorway. Again, I love using like sage incense or essential oils that are, you know, 100% organic. And yeah, just really cleansing the home. Open up your windows, let some fresh air in the house, open up all the blinds in your house. And again, guys, cleanliness, you know, decluttering, making sure that, you know, like sometimes like when you have like your cabinets and the countertops, but it's filled with stuff like, you know, like, little trinkets or the mail or keys over here and your glasses. Clear all of that stuff away from your table and just like make it as clear as possible. Like even here too, once I'm finished, I'll clear away all of the cards neatly, put them back all together, straighten this up so that way I see a clear space all the time. So practice things like that, especially in spaces like your bathroom and your bedroom. Make it as peaceful for yourself as possible, and really just like create this little protective dome over you right now, because yeah, there's a lot of beautiful changes coming for you, but in the meantime, yeah, that storm is still kind of trying to settle itself. Okay, guys? So yeah, I hope you found this reading helpful. I love you guys. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay? All right, bye, guys. Oh, my tummy's growling. Breakfast time.